Guys, welcome to Infuriating. Welcome to another video. And sorry guys for the late video for the match review. I'm gonna name it a match review, but honestly I have I don't want to talk about the game. I'm not that specifically going to discuss the game because I recorded a video yesterday, and when I finished recording the audio I was pretty sure that if I was to upload that, my channel would be shut down for breaking the rules that YouTube has set up for, terms of services. Because I wasn't very happy and I didn't say very nice things out there. Surely things that you cannot say online, or at least on YouTube. But you guys can have an idea of what I was, feeling, because that game pretty much caused, I think, everyone that was watching the game feelings of, just utter angriness, disconcern. It left me absolutely, my head spinning. For many reasons. Getafe, it's always a tough game. Unfortunately, we only have 2 games against these guys. If there was one team that could get relegated, that I wish got relegated, is them. Not because I'm afraid of playing them or anything, but because I want to see a game of football. And every time that Getafe, the team plays Getafe, is like it's marked as a calendar as a game that you're just going to suffer to get to play anything, because they don't want to play football. They just want to, elbow people and tackle them to the ground and do all these things that are, just very annoying. You're gonna be seeing the same image of Neom elbowing Messi, because for one, that is a red card, seen as the judgment of red cards that we've been seeing lately, because Neom is not even going for the ball or anything. If you said to me that he, won the position against Messi, that he was just, protecting the ball, and he lifted his arms, I would have been like, okay, maybe a foul, but let's leave it at that, a foul. No, he completely goes and body checks Messi with an elbow. Like, not trying to go for the ball or anything, no, just let's go body check the guy, and not even a yellow card. Neom, I don't know how many fouls it was, but of the 20 fouls that Getafe did, Neom did about 8 or 9 of them. About half of the fouls that his team committed was through Neom. And I think I know pretty good the ruling for football. But here, let me just review what the ruling is. That, yellow cards normally appear through repetition of fouls, which Neom did. Repetition is, I believe, something after 3 or 4, depending on the judgment of the referee. You're getting a yellow card just because you're stopping the game far too much. For very dangerous play, aka what he did to the young, what happened to Messi, Dembele, grabbing Dembele by the shirt, that's a yellow card. But hey, Lenglet the other day got sent off for a 10% of what Neom did against Messi, and yet again no yellow card for Neom. No first yellow card, because the one that they gave to Lenglet was the second yellow card that Denis Suarez didn't complain. None of the Celta players complained for a second yellow. But hey, this is what it is. Piqué getting a yellow card very easily for whatever, because he has his arms lifted up. But anyone that has played football before, or that even attempts to jump, knows that when you try to jump, naturally your arms go a bit up, because it's momentum. Like, it's just physics. It's part of the thing. Like, you're not gonna jump as high if you keep your arms completely locked down into your waist. But hey, it is what it is. The refereeing of this game against Getafe and the past game against Celta have been very dodgy, to say the least. Very arguably dodgy. And I don't normally talk about referees, especially with Barcelona as of late, because I don't think that we can ever lose a league. Like, if Barcelona lose a league because of refereeing decisions, then you're not doing a very good job, especially if it's against this Real Madrid team that gratefully they lost against Cadiz. But, you know, I didn't complain much last season. I did complain about some things that were just completely crazy. But if we don't play well, then complain about decisions, it's tough. That's why, you know, I didn't say much about the Diego Carlos thing. I didn't mention it, but I didn't complain much about the thing against Diego Carlos because Sevilla overall played really well and played a decent game. And it was a tough game to play, and we were always going to struggle. The thing with Getafe is that we didn't play well, but it's not like, you know, we played absolutely horribly. And the thing is that we didn't play well because these guys were stopping the play every 30 seconds. And we need a game where we can, you know, and pretty much any team needs a game where the ball can stay in play for over a freaking minute, because otherwise it's very hard. Very hard because they're just, you know, trying to commit fouls after fouls after fouls, stop the play as much as possible, take 40 seconds to do a, you know, to do a ball in, to, you know, take a goal kick, taking a minute for corners, you know, changing the corner takers after the 30 seconds, like, you know, wasting time. I don't know, I couldn't find the stat, but I had to bet that of the 90 something minutes that Barcelona played in this game, I bet you that at least 20 to 30 minutes went down the drain in just time wasting. Which, you know, it's utterly ridiculous. The referees didn't do much. Gil Manzano on VAR, not surprises there. You know, very surprising that... You know what's very surprising? That there is images of... And if you're going to see them, I grabbed this from Zona Blaugrana, as you'll be seeing. Just go check the judgment that Gil Manzano had for telling Messi what a red card was that they gave to Lenglet in the Celta game. And what happened, and what you're seeing right now in your screen is basically the same thing times 10 from Newman. That's the thing. VAR is not a bad tool. VAR, there's nothing wrong with VAR, or at least not things are just crazy wrong. There are things that could be improved, like the line drawing and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's not that the tool is wrong, it's the people using the tool. The referees don't know how to implement VAR. They implement it however they feel like implementing it. And that's what causes problem. That's what causes the disparity, because you'll be like, if you're going to do something, if you're going to be very lenient, you have to be consistently lenient. If you're going to be very strict, you have to be consistently strict. You cannot choose to do this one day and this the other day. That today I woke up with the right foot. Oh, okay, I'm going to be very lenient. That today I am very, very angry. Okay, everyone's getting a yellow card today. You know, just, you have to be consistently. A good referee not only takes good decisions, because there's never going to be a perfect decision, seen as there's decision making involved, but a good referee is judged by his consistency level, by how consistent he is throughout his refereeing. And with that said, that's all I'm going to say about the game itself, like about the referee, stuff like that. Now let's go into the mayhem after the game, and even during the game, because again, Dembele was trending topic on Twitter yet again. 2 minutes in, trending topic. No surprises there. Now, I am a big defender of Ousmane Dembele, not because he is one of the players that I think, like, I'm a big defender of Dembele, but I am just because I see his potential. I see that he can be one of the best players in the world if we could get the best out of him. And if we're not going to get the best out of him, at least get enough, get him to show enough so we can sell him at a decent price. And we're not doing either of those things. Why is there no criticism towards Antoine Griezmann, and then Dembele all of a sudden, you know, that he lost a lot of balls? Well, yes, he lost a lot of the possession, and he was dispossessed a lot of times. One, because he's been out, he hasn't started a game since what, December or November? That game against Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League, where he got injured like 15 minutes after the game started. He hasn't started a game since then. Obviously, he's not going to be match fit, which is something that I wish that people understood, that he's not going to be match fit. He's probably going to take a month to adapt, and that is if he constantly plays, which is something that he hasn't done. Now, he's not in competitive level. You know, when he starts to run, he feels kind of afraid to run because, you know, he feels like I might get injured if I go full throttle. In the past, you know, 30 minutes where he was in the pitch, he was looking more confident, he was trying more things, and he was doing better. The majority of his dispossession that he lost balls was at the beginning of the game. Once the game got through, he started doing more things and being, I wouldn't say he was one of the worst players in the game. I'm not saying that he played an amazing game by any means, or he even played a good game. But he was, you know, average just as pretty much everyone else. Now, my question is, why is when Griezmann has, from a average to very mediocre game, there's no criticism towards Antoine Griezmann? Like, you don't see, like, the media criticize Antoine Griezmann in a big way, but Dembélé all of a sudden is like, you know, he doesn't understand how to play for Barcelona, he doesn't understand the style, he's, you know, a headless chicken. Why is that? Because what I've seen of Dembélé is that at least he tries. Yeah, Griezmann most of the time you don't see him miss things because he doesn't attempt to do anything. He just, you know, pass sideways, pass backwards, and doesn't do really anything. When he runs in behind, when he, you know, breaks the line and tries to run in behind, he does it at a moment where the ball is completely on the opposite side and we're doing something completely different. Which, you know, it's a misinterpretation of the play. Why doesn't he get called upon that? That's my question on that. Also, the topic of Griezmann. I was going to talk about Griezmann before the game against Getafe, but I felt like, you know, I already had that video of the La Masia where I wasn't very happy. That video of Rivaldo and Dembélé where I wasn't very happy either. And this one, to be honest, is not me being very happy, but this is the match review that I owe you every time, so let's talk about it. But the thing about Griezmann, about telling Koeman that, okay, the Shams puts me in the right position where you were playing centrally, you had a one-on-one, and you still missed it. Now, is it Koeman's fault that you still missed that chance? Like, the thing is, and even if he would have scored that goal, it doesn't change that Griezmann, other than that one particular chance during the game, didn't see him doing anything. Not of much, you know, merit. I would like to see a forward line, if possible, of Messi, Dembélé and Ansu Fati, just to be curious of how much pace in the wings can change the dynamic. And if it's not going to be Dembélé, let's say it's Trincao. Doesn't matter to me really. But I would like to see Griezmann go to the bench for once in a while. Like, and what I mean once in a while is because I know that he's not going to forever stay in the bench, and he's not going to be given the Dembélé treatment that if you play an average game, you're going to the bench. Because for Griezmann, if he scores a goal, that's 10 games in a row that he's going to play. If he scores 2 goals, that's 20 games in a row he's going to play. If he scores 3 goals, he's getting a new contract. That's how he feels. That Griezmann, with whatever, can, you know, get a lot of confidence, can get a lot of support. Well, Dembélé, if he scores a goal, but gets dispossessed a lot of times, but he got dispossessed a lot of times, you know. Dembélé, with the minutes that Griezmann has played, and probably not playing amazingly, just because of his utter speed and his control with both feet, and that he's a player that's a dribbler, that he's able to actually do his individual plays himself, probably would have a goal or an assist here or there. Something that Griezmann, for the time being, hasn't done. I would like to see Dembélé start against Ferencváros. Honestly, depends on what Real Madrid are going to do, but I would like to see not Griezmann start against Real Madrid because I feel that this Real Madrid team is beatable. Now, if it was a good Real Madrid, I would like to have Griezmann start just because, you know, I know that he's the one that doesn't get burned if he doesn't play well and if we lose. So that's that. But anyways, guys, I'm going to leave it for right there. It felt kind of a weird way recording it, but it is what it is. I cannot get the original audio that I had for this game because, again, I would be banned if I did that. Anyways, guys, leave me all your opinions in the comment section below. Champions League starting in midweek. Comment, like, and subscribe. I don't know. See you next one, Blaugranas.